All right, Laurentinis, we're back. Today we're discussing the Cromer, which I would argue is one of the hottest discussion topics. Today's takeaway is that the Cromer has multiple abilities, 5 actually. It has the most obvious and notable ability of being able to transport people from World A to World Z. However, in the Diaries for Fever Part 1, it is mentioned that a member of ATEEZ is able to communicate with someone from World Z via their dreams using the Cromer, which means it is also a dreamscape communication device. Unfortunately, this particular ability isn't referenced again up through the Golden Hour Part 3 diaries, but it is the ability that ignites the entire plotline. Next, not only can the Cromer transport people between dimensions, but it can also transport them locally as well. This is seen in the diaries for World Episode 2 and World Episode Final. And while we're on the topic of transportation, we should also discuss that it can transport people through time. When ATEEZ is sent back to World A in the Diaries of Fever epilogue, it is mentioned that they are actually sent back in time to before they originally went to World Z. Adding all of this up, the Cromer seems pretty much like an interdimensional space-time transport device. Until we get to the World Episode Final diaries. In a very brief portion of these diaries, the Cromer is utilized to fight off assailants in World Z using its, quote, spatial movement ability. It is described as being able to knock back Guardians one by one. It isn't ever explicitly clarified how this ability works, but based on its other abilities, I'd wager it has something to do with manipulating the flow of energy in the world around it to create some kind of energy pulse. Now, that is a lot of abilities for a single relic, and as I've mentioned in another video, there have been references to multiple relics. If each of the relics are as powerful as the Cromer, and we're only about 50% of the way through the plot, according to Hongjun, then we all better be prepared for things to get a whole lot wilder.